I'm Irving, and I'm an Adamaniac. Last time, we learned that the Riddler found an ancient riddle in an old book that's going to lead him to the lost treasure of the Incas. Rather than just present credentials and get the information he needed by going to the library and examining it, he set up a complex scheme to smuggle some universal solvent wax into the country so he could break into the library's vault and steal the book instead. This pair of episodes revolves all around wax, so the Riddler is holed up in a candle factory, has captured Batman and Robin, and is about to dunk them in boiling wax in the enormous candle dipper.
I'm going to place him in an easily escapable situation involving an overly elaborate and exotic death.
Pretty much. Step one to getting out of here is clear out the villains.
Riddler, honey, these fumes are terrible. Can't we go below?
I want to watch this to its glorious finale.
Can't we watch it just as well from your candlescope?
Well, all right. Fumes are getting to me, too.
Step one complete. Begin step two.
What's that? Where? That barrel over there with a chemical formula written on it. I can't see all the formula, but unless I miss my guess, that's the solution for treating candle wicks. It's highly explosive when it's exposed to heat.
I can't see how that's going to do us much good.
Me neither. And besides, they're not in as much peril as they think. If the Riddler really wants to get him into that vat, he'll need to undo those safety harnesses first. Batman notices a shaft of sunlight coming through somewhere and figures if he can reflect it off his highly polished belt buckle, it can ignite that chemical and blow them free. As escape plans go, I've heard goofier. I don't know when, but I'm sure there must have been something.
There, I'm right in the mark. Prepare yourself for the shock.
What are they doing up there?
Is that an explosion?
No, the Riddler just had some really big beans for lunch. You saw that focusing sunlight on that small barrel off to the side of the room made the big vat underneath them explode, which is just one more example of Batman's supreme skill. Of course, he doesn't go up and check. He just celebrates some, sends his gang away, and calls Commissioner Gordon.
Commissioner Gordon here.
This is the Riddler. I have some news for you about the late dynamic duo.
Late?
I'm sorry to be the one to break this unfortunate news to you, Commissioner.
Batman and Robin dead? I can't believe it. If you had anything to do with this, Riddler, I'll track you down to the ends of the earth. And that's a solemn promise.
Because the Gotham City Police have such a great track record with such things. I'm sure the Riddler is suitably intimidated.
While you're at it, Commissioner, ponder this riddle. What has four legs, runs day and night, but never gets anywhere?
Now see here, you cheap scoundrel.
By the time you figure it out, it'll be too late.
He still hasn't gone up to check the bodies, so you know this is going to bite him in the butt.
Are you all right, Robin?
Gosh, we were almost goners. Those guys mean business. It's a miracle we were blown free by that explosion.
Let's just be thankful that my calculations were correct.
I don't know how you do it.
There's no time for that now.
If I tell you all my secrets, you won't need me anymore and you'll poison me in my sleep so you can be Batman. I just know it. Conveniently, the Riddler left the Batmobile because he thought it would be too conspicuous for where they were going. So it's there when Batman and Robin come out. They call Gordon to let him know they're alive, and he gives them the latest riddle.
What has four legs, runs day and night, but never gets anywhere?
This isn't going to be easy, Robin. A river runs day and night.
Yes, but it gets somewhere. It runs to the ocean. But a fountain. It could be a fountain.
I think you're on the right track, Robin.
But that four legs business, that stumps me.
An animal has four legs.
Wait a minute. Maybe the fountain has an animal in it.
The famous lion fountains in front of the Gotham City Museum?
At the museum, Riddler is already at work. Doing what?
How could a sarcophagus be so hard to find?
Of course he doesn't have to leave the city to find this lost Incan treasure. It'll be right here in this museum. Because this is actually Pleasantville. Nothing exists beyond the city.
Is it possible this has some connection with the lost treasure of the Incas?
Aunt Harriet was reading to me about it only this morning. It's in all the newspapers. They can't exhibit it until they build an airtight display case. If it's exposed to air, it will crumble to dust.
It's beginning to make sense. The lost treasure of the Incas must be hidden inside that sarcophagus.
Where else would it be? Oh, I don't know. Peru? As if.
I hope we're not too late, Batman.
So do I, Robin. Even now, the Riddler and his gang may be destroying one of the world's greatest archaeological treasures. And for a mere $1 million worth of jewels.
Easy for the millionaire to say.
It's locked. They must be closed today. How do we get in?
He never thought to put any bat lockpicks in his belt.
It's open. But it's too small. I'd never make it.
But I could. I could, Batman.
It's dangerous.
Let me do it. I promise I'll come right down and open the door for you. Please, Batman.
Please, Daddy! Please, 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 please!
Be careful, Robin. Don't try to capture the Riddler and the gang by yourself. Come immediately downstairs and open the door for me. I'll handle it. Do you understand?
Roger.
And take your bat communicator and keep in touch.
And don't try to cross the street by yourself, and don't talk to strangers, and don't play with yourself in public. Now run along like a good boy. What is this? Robin fights alongside him, he solves most of the riddles, and suddenly Batman acts like he's going potty by himself for the first time.
You! I thought you were dead! I'll show you how dead I am. Hey, Matt, give me a hand, I get him, but... Ow! Ow! What the fuck? Now you're making me mad, kid!
Okay, maybe he is going potty for the first time. At least he had the presence of mind to keep the Riddler in the dark a bit.
Batman? He lives too?
No, you fiend! You've destroyed the finest man that ever lived, and I'll get you for it.
Nicely done, Robin. When Batman does show up, they won't be expecting it. Outside, Batman has been trying to raise Robin on the bat communicator.
Robin, if you can hear me, I'm coming in after you.
But he's up there. You're driving away. What? Actually, he's driving around the back to try and find a way in.
Commissioner, I'm at the Gotham City Museum. Robin's inside and I'm going in after him. You'd better send some men over. Right.
I guess he learned his lesson after that fiasco with Penguin and the fake jewels. He's not willing to kick in the front door, but he's willing to battering ram the back door. The bat ram is so intimidating, the doors open by themselves. Inside, the bad guys have put Robin on the rack.
Hey, boss, I think I found it.
What? The sarcophagus?
Yeah, it's over here.
He puts the wax on the lock and lights the candle.
Oh, it's too bad Batman's dead. If only he could see me now. Gad, it's Batman. It can't be. I saw you dead with my own eyes. Lied to me, boy wonder.
A little white lie is excusable when dealing with the likes of you, you black-hearted scoundrel.
Well, don't just stand there. Get him, man!
But we can't move until everybody gets their lines in, boss! Riddler and his men prove to be the most inept fighters Batman has encountered yet. Olé! He puts one guy in the stocks and the other in the Iron Mask. Moth decides she's had enough.
I don't know about you, Riddler, honey, but I'm getting out of here.
Time to take down the Riddler.
I'll give you anything you want. Just name it, Batman. Name it. Oh, ow! Oh, Batman, that smarts. Oh.
When Riddler was showing this stuff to Moth, he called that the Wheel of Death. Does Batman know that?
Robin, are you all right?
I'm just a little sore, Batman, that's all.
Well, one of Aunt Harriet's good nourishing meals will set everything right again.
I sure worked up an appetite.
Be sure and talk about Aunt Harriet in front of all these criminals, Mr. Secret Identity. Now that everything's done, O'Hara and the cops come charging in.
There's no need for guns, Chief O'Hara. There's no more fight left in them.
When Commissioner Gordon told me to go to the museum, naturally, I thought he meant the wax museum. Otherwise, we'd have been here sooner.
Well, naturally, when he said museum and didn't say wax museum, I assumed he meant wax museum and not just museum. This is the police chief.
Oh, Batman, Henny Moss learned her lesson. Really, she has. Crime doesn't pay.
Unfortunately, you learned your lesson too late, Moth. A moth that plays around candles is bound to be burned.
Forgot to tell you, Moth, flirting doesn't work on Batman. It goes right over his head. Later, Bruce, Dick, and Aunt Harriet are at the museum looking at the mummy.
Will you look at that? Isn't he preserved nicely for all those thousands of years? It's remarkable.
The old boy nearly didn't make it.
And that's that. Another nefarious plot foiled by Batman while Robin gets captured and watches from the sidelines. We're well into a rhythm with the show now, with Frank Gorshin's Riddler anchoring an excellent team of villains. Next time, the Joker returns. Or so the narrator said. We've heard that song before. Let's see if they mean it this time. I'm Irving, and I'm an Adamaniac.